Welcome to Clone. Oh shit.
Welcome
to Clone Incorrect, episode 3 with 556, 77, and Harambe. And Ping was here. He just disconnected when I clicked the record button, so I'm sure he'll come back in a second here. But I'm not starting another recording. There he is.
Yeah, my internet cut out.
Yeah, he's hogging too much of the broadband here in the recording room.
Rip.
All right. So first topic on the list is 556 has a new workout routine, particularly for his
dump truck.
You can take it from here. Yeah.
All right. So what I do is I make pretty much deviled eggs, except I put pre-workout in them. That's what gets you protein and gets you really hyped up. And then I eat a raw slab of beef on the way to the gym.
What cut?
Directly off the cow.
No shit, but what cut?
The whole thing. Whole cow.
You eat an entire cow before you hit the gym after your pre-workout deviled eggs?
I don't understand why it's so crazy that I do 2 leg days a week and you guys think I have a huge butt.
You don't have a huge butt, you have a dump truck.
Yeah.
Dump truck ass.
Getting a CDL right now.
I don't think you need one.
Is it an on-road or an off-road dump truck?
How are you going to walk in
This
the
baby
room and
gets
your ass...
action. It's off-road.
Is it one of them giant dump trucks with the wheels that are like 20 feet tall?
Yeah, you see in the all the diamond mines in South Africa or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or sorry, zinc mines.
No, it's diamond.
Lithium.
Blood diamonds
Elon
for the
Musk
win.
lithium mines.
ran by Chinese.
Man, why do people have something against him? He's just using... He saw a hole in the market for child labor, and he took advantage of it.
Yeah, China's based as hell. They're ANCAPs.
Nah, they're just straight communist. Let's not sugarcoat this here.
Fuck the CCP.
Fuck the CCP.
We're canceled.
So whatever happened to that thing? They were digging up sand right out of the ocean and building air bases, right?
They're still doing that.
I was talking about that with some guys earlier today. They're doing that, and aren't they building oil rigs?
They're building oil rigs. They're building fake islands in the South China Sea. They're building something like 450 brand new nuclear missile silos in Xinjiang. And last week they threatened to send warships to our territorial waters because we keep doing freedom of navigation exercises in South China Sea.
That's cool.
That sounds like a good time.
So if you guys didn't know, we live in the Fallout timeline.
It's not going to be beautiful though.
2077 is about to be lit.
Really hoping to be in the Battlefield timeline, but if we hit the Fallout one first.
All right.
What would be the worst video game timeline for us to be in?
Metro. That game is just depressing as hell.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah. But back to the Chinese stuff. It's not like their first great leap forward, where they killed sparrows because they thought it was bad luck, and then the locust population
I thought it was because they were eating their seeds or something.
No, dude, the birds eat locusts, bugs, all that stuff, and the bugs ate the crops, and then they had famine, killed 20 million people.
Well, it goes
well allegedly.
Yeah, you have Mao's first great leap forward, which is this shitty time. They try to make it sound great, but look, you're kind of on the right track. They fucked the farmers over so bad that they were killing the sparrows to survive, which then caused a giant infestation of locusts, which ate the crop and made everything fucking worse. Right now, they're pretty much in the second great leap forward, and instead of that, they're just harvesting organs out of Muslims and Falun Gong practitioners. So, good times.
Yeah, don't be black and don't be a Christian in China.
Don't be anything in China.
Don't be a
Don't
Muslim.
be in China.
Are they still doing the concentration camps?
Yes.
Yeah, but that whole thing is quiet now that the new administration is in.
Everything's quiet since the new administration is. Let's be honest. Fucking COVID came out of China, and they ain't saying shit about that.
Did Jins hear that they're doing an
Hey, go
investigation
circle
now
back.
about there was some not Al Qaeda, like ISIS bombing over there. I think it was considered, and now they're doing an investigation because they think it was actually an American drone strike that we
Yeah.
said was a terrorist attack.
Well, that sounds just about right.
It doesn't
They do-
sound like that out of there for what.
That
This
is
country
very
typically
on
does.
brand.
That's 100% on brand for China.
Oh, should we do?
I'm gonna.
I'm
I'll
not
rep a
gonna say
YouTube
that.
channel.
I'm not gonna say what I was just thinking.
I'll rep a YouTube channel while we're in here. If y'all don't watch it, go watch China Uncensored on YouTube. If you
Oh,
want to learn
yeah.
more about how shitty China is.
Yeah, since LiveLeak is gone now.
Wait, LiveLeak's gone.
I heard it is. I mean, honest, I get LiveLeak videos on Reddit still, but it's like screen recordings. So I'll go on Reddit, like r/people dying or something like that, because I'm just fucked up.
I'm not gonna say it, but I typed it in general what I was thinking. If you'd like to take a look,
Oh shit! Yeah,
It's been
Li-
20 years. We can make jokes.
you
LiveLeak
can
got
make it.
dissolved 5 May 2021.
Yeah.
Live Leak's not even good anymore, man. Like, go on
It
Live Leak and
was.
click the stuff. There's like the occasional Chinese person dying in an awful factory accident, but
Have you seen that TikTok of like Chinese steelworker and then someone puts the LiveLeak logo in the corner and
He's
he's
looking at it,
sweating?
sweating.
yeah, I posted that a few months ago.
That was good.
Dude, that is. I don't have TikTok on my phone because it's fucking Chinaware. But
I'm not
It's-
technically allowed to have it.
yeah, TikTok's funny. There are some funny TikToks, but I'll just get on Instagram where a private
How we were
company can
recording
spy on me.
our squad for saving the seeing eye cats in Afghanistan. TikTok.
Yeah.
I would like to point out to you guys that are listening right now, I'm disappointed. We received no DMs volunteering for the mission over to Afghanistan that we were talking about last episode.
Dude, I told you it's simple. We're going to fly into Pakistan, buy weapons on the black market, and hike over them mountains.
Message.
What country is the Khyber Pass in? It'd be a cool souvenir.
Pakistan and Afghanistan.
Oh, perfect. We can
Well,
arm ourselves there.
Pakistan tribe, I believe it is.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say we'll charter a flight over there. We'll get in touch with Khyber Pass Customs before we leave, and he'll just outfit us with those wonderful AR-AK hybrids he posts all the time.
The ARACs.
Have you seen the picture of that Type 56 or Type 65 chest rig? It's all leather and has studs on
Dude, you can buy those.
it. Yeah, what the fuck?
Um,
IKEA bag chest rig. Think of it.
I want to
Sea
try
Lot.
and make one of those.
So no shit. Like I don't know if they're still bringing them in with everything that's going on now, but Miles Vining and the Salah Report actually were bringing those chest rigs in from Afghanistan and selling them on the U.S. market through Salah Report,
Really?
and they're like $100.
I almost bought, those sneakers the Taliban wear?
Yes,
I almost bought a pair
Adidas
of those.
knockoffs.
Abibus.
Adidas.
I forgot the name of it. They're Severus, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're
They're made in
Severus or something.
Pakistan. There's a distributor that will sell them internationally. I was like, well, they kind of did okay against us wearing them. They'd be pretty cool to wear at the range.
I want to get some packy tape and wrap my AK in packy tape.
You know,
Is that like Howie's?
No, it's not as gay as goon tape.
you guys talking about that's made me think, like, even made in China stuff, probably okay now if you buy it from, like, Apple stuff's made in China. I don't think there's anything that would make me more nervous than seeing made in Pakistan on anything that I bought.
Yeah,
There are very
a
few
Palestinian
places
alarm
that I would-
clock.
Like, a Palestinian alarm.
It's still the
So
best cutaway in Family Guy.
I was like real talk if we're talking about things like that just make you go wow. I was holding my sweatpants up the other day and looked at them that said made in Pakistan. I'm like, wow, they're really moving ahead in the world. They're making Nike sweatpants now.
All that means is the labor is cheaper there than it was in, like, Malaysia or wherever Nike was before that.
It was
I remember,
China.
I remember Wapdilla was clowning on
Dana.
Kunai Pro Gear because they make their stuff in Vietnam.
Hey, we didn't fight over there for nothing.
Free market,
Makes-
free market, free market, free market.
Make Ho Chi Minh City Saigon again.
Really, really though, guns are just about the only thing where you can get all made in America stuff. You know?
Even then,
So
now
rare.
even now you're starting to get to the point where even that's kind of hard, though.
Oh yeah, the market's flooded with holosons.
Well, it's not just that. Even like, look at where the base materials come from, and most of that shit's not from the U.S.
There are suppressor companies that do use metals from America.
Oh yeah, Surefire does. A lot of your military contractors are all made in America, but that's like to be Berry compliant.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If law enforcement or government contractors are using it, it's all very compliant.
It's supposed to be, unless I private purchase it, and then it's probably not. But yeah,
I don't know. I think as much as it pains me to say this, like with Holosun and with Vortex making a lot of stuff over there, China's come a long way. I think we need to do something to set them back a little bit. What's that? Is it the Six Gorges Dam?
Five Forges or Five Gorges.
Is it actually the Five Gorges Dam?
Yeah, it is actually the Five Gorges Dam.
Well, we need to go bomb that dam and irradiate the water.
Can we not start a nuclear war with China?
Yeah, that wouldn't end well.
Well, we'll do it at night so they don't know that we're
Oh my
Again,
God.
I just jokingly said we're in the Fallout timeline. I didn't mean I wanted to actually be in the Fallout timeline.
who started it in the Fallout timeline?
I'm getting a meme in my head of just those soy boys pointing at something and it's a nuke going off.
It's a nuke going off of the Five
You know what?
Gorges Dam.
I'm gonna make that as the upload for the social media.
You gotta have the Fallout boy in the foreground doing the thumbs up, like
Thumbs up, yeah.
Get some of the
But
get like
I
a power
missed-
suit of armor.
I miss Seaburn art, Seaburn dad, Seaburn boy. He's gone through so many accounts, unfortunately, but I miss his.
we need to get him on here.
Yeah, I miss his Fallout art style. Like his guides are extremely well illustrated.
Oh yeah, before
when
he
he had
got
him,
Nathan to do the illustration stuff.
I really like those Fallout ones, man. Those are cool.
You know, if you ask them really nicely, they'll do literally anything. So you can get some of those drawings made for you.
Not just
Honestly?
art, right?
Oh, they'll do anything.
Okay.
I think they're a little too good. Like it's making me think they got a little psyop going or something like that.
Hey,
Everybody in this
hey,
community is
hey.
supposed to be retarded. Like the best it's supposed to get is the gun bunker already puts on packages.
I
Well,
asked him to write me a poem, and he posted that the other day.
I asked for a cartoon of Harambe and Gunther fighting crime. And he sent me a note that said, "You seriously overestimate my drawing abilities. So here's some extra stickers." And I was a little disappointed,
That's pretty solid.
but he gave me some prototype stickers. So
He
I
turned
figured-
one of my memes into a sticker. He turned the "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this," and it's the mini bunker with a machine gun.
yeah, it's in my hand right now. He sent me.
Dude, me and AR-15 Master Race.
God rest his soul.
He'll be back.
No, he won't. He's not gonna Gandalf it and come back from the dead.
Shut up, nerd.
I'll start spreading misinformation that he's dead.
Oh my god.
We're gonna start a psyop. He's dead.
All right. So me and AR-15 Master Race, we were gonna. You know how he posted that his wife was competing in that show in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Gun bunker, you mean?
We were no his wife.
Yeah, but he's the one who puts
competing
it.
in it. Yeah, but he was the one that posted it. Me and AR-15 were gonna superimpose his face on her walking down the runway. Neither of us know how to fucking edit.
I'm glad you don't know how to edit because I don't want to imagine that.
No.
You should have said something. I could have done it, and I would do that in a heartbeat. It wouldn't
All
look
right,
good.
well, maybe we'll we'll do it when he comes on.
We'll do it live while we're recording. We'll just all have like our own little Photoshop things opening. We'll vote on the best one at the end.
I don't even have Photoshop.
Oh yeah, I'll show you how to pirate it. I pirate everything.
I don't even have a laptop. I can't even like do computer shit.
Oh, I forgot you record. You're coming to us from your phone.
Yeah, I'm coming to you live from my Samsung Galaxy 10.
Oh, you got a fancy phone at least.
Speaking of Samsung, you know how they had those phones that would just blow up?
Yes, I'm waiting for mine to do that so I can sue them.
Some dude changed his like iPhone 6 to Samsung Galaxy S5 on a flight and did the thing where you can boost Wi-Fi to other people, and like a bunch of people hit their call buttons on the plane and they had to land early because the FFA banned them.
FAA
or the FAA, yeah, banned them from flights. Shut up.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
The future farmers of America banned it from flights.
It's good that they're getting some more recognition.
Yeah, they were broadcasting on RFD TV. Fucking love RFD TV, man.
I love RFD TV, and now we're talking about FFA, and I'm gonna get all nostalgic and go dig my jacket out of the closet.
Oh no, he was. Oh, dude, you were in the future farters of America.
Dude, I was for all 4 years of high school. I went to National Convention twice. I bought the blue corduroy jacket. Yeah, I've got the.
That's how you know you have clout. You have a blue corduroy jacket.
Wait, y'all are going to high school?
Y'all didn't drop out?
Oh my god. What a GED.
Wait, you guys got the GED?
I graduated high school.
Oh, I did too.
Okay.
That's as far as I made it, because that was the requirement to get into the military.
I convinced my college that I graduated high school.
There we go.
It's playing a
one
long
of my
con.
buddies is running around right now. Well, he's not really a friend of mine. He's kind of just I know him.
Associate.
Strike that from the fucking record.
Apprentice.
He's running around with a fake college degree, and he's in a sales job right now.
Oh Jesus! Well, I mean, if he's doing a good job after a few years, like, what are they gonna do? Fire him? That's lost income.
Yes.
I read somewhere a while ago there was a pharmacist doing her job for like 10 or 12 years without a degree, just pretending she had one.
Well, you remember there was that doctor. There was that air quotes doctor who did a bunch of surgeries, and he wasn't even licensed.
Dude, I remember that.
Africa
From
is
Japan,
fucking,
hot surgeon
Africa
number one.
Africa is fucking crazy, dude.
Africa is an amazing place.
9mm SMG was talking about it. He said it on the Dillo podcast, and then I think he posts about it on his page every now and then. But like, it's like run by a Reddit server or something. You got dudes lopping limbs off of albino people. It's like because they're lucky, or they're smashing people's heads open to get bald people. Bald men, yeah, bald male heads open so they can get gold.
I saw one video of a white guy that I don't know if he was doing like a mission trip or whatever, but he was in Africa for whatever reason, and there was this little African girl that was terrified of him because she thought he was like a ghost. And she kept running away and like crying and trying to hide behind the little huts in the village as he chased her with a camera.
My favorite is that Peace Corps guy that's Asian, and all of them are just doing the squinty eyes with their fingers on the sides.
Yeah.
Dude, so I have a buddy that's deployed to Africa right now, and I don't even know what the operation name is called at this point. I've lost track of what Operation Inherent whatever
Apricot.
we're involved. Yeah, Inherent Apricot that we're involved in now. But I got a buddy that's deployed over there right now, and he sends pictures all the time of like the kids making fun of him, or like the local military is like trying to hand him their AKs, and he's posing with their fucking shit ass Chinese Type 56s that have been ragged out for the past 50 years and shit. Like the roller coaster ride that is I'm getting made fun of to I'm a god here is just amazing to watch on social media.
I would say the mileage that remind me. I was about to ask you, what do you think has more mileage on it? A Dirty Desert AK or Bonnie Rodden?
Definitely Bonnie Rodden.
I think you could choose like an
I would
average
trust a
college
Dirty
student from a
Desert
state
AK.
school.
I would take the Dirty Desert AK over Bonnie Rodden every day of the week.
And twice on some days.
Yes. God, dude. I love how many people shit on her.
I don't really watch Brandon Herrera videos, but I heard that he recently did an ad for a steel armor company. Is this true? Is this myth? Misinformation?
I don't remember seeing it.
I don't watch a whole lot of YouTube though.
Didn't he do an advertisement for that Safe Light Defense or whatever it is?
He might have
they
done
were in some hot water earlier for not being like NIJ certified.
They were claiming
they weren't. There's a difference. There's like certification and then verified, right?
No, it's a certification.
Okay.
It's
but like
and certified.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that get around it and sound official. Like, oh yeah, we are tested to NIJ standards, but they're not actually verified to NIJ standards.
Well,
they just test them.
Then you have companies like I'll risk a cease and desist here for myself. You have companies like Hoplite that purposely advertise their stuff as NIJ certified, and it's not.
Wait, it isn't?
No, it's NIJ. It's NIJ tested to the old standard of NIJ. So what is it? The .004 standard, and not the .006.
Fuck! I gotta get new plates now. Then.
Yeah, I did this. It was about.
Wait, you have Hoplite plates?
I bought them when they were $400. Yeah.
Dude, you could have bought fucking Hescos for that.
I'm buying Defender level 4s.
Why Hescos?
Defenders are 6.6 pounds a plate.
Okay, well, Hescos are like
and
7
I'm a big dude. Yeah.
Anyways, but I when I was doing my research for plates and stuff, everybody was talking up Hoplite, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I will look. And I pulled up the NIJ listing. Literally, you can pull this listing up. It's public data. You can see all the plates. And the plates they were advertising weren't on the NIJ certification list. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And I looked, and the current standard at the time was like .006 was the last three numbers. And I looked, and there the Hoplite page was like tested to the NIJ .004 standard, and I'm like, this is the old fucking standard, and like you're sitting here like repping it as NIJ certified, and it's not. And I was like, holy shit! And I mentioned it a couple of times on Instagram back in the day when I was trying to spread good info and be like primary and secondary, and I'll spread some good info here and there, and then I realized that's a lost fucking cause, and it's not even worth it to try to do that shit.
Spreading information.
Can we just shit talk Hoplite for a little while longer? Because
about how that guy was connected to 69th Special Forces Group.
Not even that. I just hate the fact that they post so much blatant like misinformation and lies on their page to sell more armor. Like a few months ago, they posted a bunch of World War III warnings from China. Like this, I clicked on it right now. The headline says, World War III warning. China has already declared war upon America.
It's all doomer stuff.
And he's trying to like...
So that's not a lie, though. China has declared war on America, and if you go watch China Uncensored on YouTube, they've been in an open state of war with us since the 90s. But it's more like a Cold War than it is like a shooting war.
It's how they're manufacturing fentanyl in Mexico, or they're
yes,
yeah. It's is it? Is that asymmetric or is
it's asymmetric warfare? And like it's in Chinese documents. There was a Chinese document that came out in 2019 that talked about how the war with the United States was going, and this is a real thing. So yeah, they've declared war against us. It's just not shooting war like Hoplite makes it out to be.
That's my issue.
I think the funniest thing with Hoplite, we'll go back to Pride Month, and regardless of what your stance on Pride Month is,
That was funny.
but Hoplite is being all super like anti-Pride, anti-LGB, anti all this shit, and
Their founder ran as a libertarian.
it's not even that. If you go back to ancient Greek history to the Hoplites, they're all fucking gay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Greeks were gay as fuck, dude. The Greeks, that was their favorite. That was like their baseball was just fucking young boys.
Pretty much.
Catholic Church
But-
has continued that tradition.
Well, the best way to. Well, there's a joke about their Catholic priest there somewhere.
Say the same thing about Spartans. Spartans did that a lot, and all these American threepers that identify with Spartans and put the Spartan, the helmet stickers on the back of their Ford Rangers.
Well, I was gonna say, and then they're super anti-gay and all that shit.
Yeah,
you do
it's just
realize that-
ironic.
You do
cut to
realize
the,
the people you're idolizing were like super gay as fuck and fucked each other on the ass like constantly, right? Like this was a thing.
Cut to that South Park episode. Get to the pile. That's how
They took
they
their germs.
that's how they'll combat tyranny. They'll just fuck each other in a giant pile.
I'm convinced we're heading to that at this rate.
Oh, just time to be alive.
Also, Forges just joined, so hello Forges.
Oh, hello, Forges. Didn't
Hey!
notice you.
Oh, wow.
He's alive.
Slightly delayed.
Yeah, what a time to join.
Oh yeah, we're talking about butt sacks.
A topic.
I knew it was my time to join.
Is, very familiar with.
Is
He
anal
felt a
sex grounds for
disturbance
going
in the
to hell?
force.
Why'd it get so quiet after I asked if anal
Yeah,
sex
it-
was grounds for
it
going
just-
to hell?
I think the audio cut out for a second there.
Yeah, it did. I
Well-
mean, it can't be grounds for going to hell if the Catholic priests are doing it.
Well, I think the Catholic priests are going to hell. A lot of them, anyways.
Are they?
They just wash their balls in holy water, and it's all cool.
If they repent, did it ever really happen?
God. All right. Speaking about washing your balls, all right. If you're at the fucking all right, this is a PSA. If you're in the fucking gym and you need to wash yourself, do it in the goddamn showers. I walked out taking a shit, and there was just this old dude washing his nutsack in the sink.
Dude,
Dude, do not fucking do that.
I wish I
No.
wish I could say this was an isolated event, but I came out of the base gym one day and I was in the locker room changing, and I put my uniform on and I'm getting ready to walk out, and no shit, there's like some 60-year-old dude washing his fucking balls in the fucking sink.
I was
I'm
going to say
washing
that.
fucking shit in the sink.
It's a staple for military gym locker rooms for some 70-year-old retired dude to be freaking either washing his balls, air drying his balls with one leg up on the bench, or blow drying his balls with one leg up on the bench.
Either that
Yeah,
or
I'm not
they're
gonna
way
lie.
no, either that or they're way too comfortable and they come up just butt ass naked and try to start a fucking conversation with you.
Hey,
Right next to
my eyes are up here.
A little cold in here or what?
Oh,
Well, yeah, it's North Dakota. What do you expect? It's a little fucking cold.
Speaking of, dude, do you guys carry when you go to the gym? I mean, if your gym's on a military base, you can't, but I do.
I was gonna say I can't carry on base, so
Well, not that you can admit to.
I carry.
I can't carry on base.
I carry when I go to the gym, but I also
I do too.
I'm not in the military anymore, so I don't have to worry about that.
I was
Wait till my
today.
guard.
I just picture all y'all carrying to the gym. You've got like the Spiritus splatter camo fucking fanny pack with a fucking
No, I
Glock
use-
43 in it.
I use my. I bought the Rainbow Tiger Stripe fanny pack from the Dillos. I've worn that to the gym a few times.
No, bro, trust me. Nobody can tell I'm carrying when I'm wearing this. Nobody.
It's like Steven Crowder's security guard won't run a fucking holster. He just has a fanny pack with a gun in it, and he wears a Walther
Wait, for real?
hoodie.
There's a Facebook tag group I'm in, and I'll share it here. Has anybody mentioned the Filster Enigma yet? Real talk, the Filster Enigma looks cool as shit. It's just fucking vaporware because it's always out of stock.
Oh, like the I bought a sling from Wells Made company that's like the water cooler. Is it kind of like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm throwing that on the M&P for a little while.
Do it.
The guy, I keep getting emails from the guy, or well, not him specifically, but because I bought, you know how they want you to review the product. I was like, dude, I'm gonna post a picture of all these amazing slings on my guns. The bean sling, I haven't decided what that's going on yet.
What are your options?
That's on my freaking primary rifle. Like my
I have a
Perhaps
slingster
it-
right now on my
If
primary.
it's the fan, that's the freaking on my rifle.
Could you imagine
So-
getting shot and like the dude that shot you is walking up to you to finish you off, and you just see a fucking bean sling?
A bean sling or the fucking solo cup fucking pattern sling.
It's like another riot. Another riot's going on, and
Needed by
you're
a fucking
defending.
Zoomer.
You're defending a
Fortnite
business, and then
dances.
like the news people would like to do an interview with you, see why you're there, and you have a rifle slung over your shoulder with a lovely bean pattern.
I
You have that, the
uh,
Hawaiian shirt, the Patagonia hats.
Yeah, you see on the news, are beans a symbol of white supremacy? More at 10.
God.
I get a poor company canceled because of my sling.
It's kind of like what Wap Dillo is doing with Pit Vipers. He's trying to turn him into a hate symbol.
Is he still doing that?
I think. Well, he still uses them in memes. So
I still want to see the little. What do these sneak a swastika into one of the gun meme reviews? I haven't seen that.
One.
they uploaded that one of the bus driver tapping the meme, and it was like, do I have to say it? It's like all of our memes have hidden hate symbols in it, and can you find the 6 that are in this? Dude, I could not find one.
I don't think there were actually any in that one. Misinformation.
Who knows? I'm pretty fucking retarded, so.
Ain't we all?
Meanwhile, here I am still trying to get one of my memes in the gun meme review.
I've been trying. Brandon Herrera liked my meme of him.
Oh,
The
he
other
follows my fucking page, and I still can't get something
I
in
think
gun
I've got
meme
one
review.
in there.
I want something in there bad. I've gotten a Grand Thumb reshare too, and then a few comments and likes. That's kind of cool.
I've got a meme brewing for tomorrow. It's gonna come out tomorrow, but it's gonna be the orangutan meme. It's gonna be like when a new company follows me. Where's free stuff?
It's like Gila and Pioneer Arms USA. You kept asking them for AKs.
That's where the inspiration came from. Where's free stuff?
I followed them and I kept asking too.
At this rate, I'm gonna follow Radom just so I can get a barrel. Send me a barrel. I need to review it for my Instagram page.
I've gotten DM offers from companies to be like a brand ambassador, and it's always been these shitty like Chinesium outdoor companies.
Nice. Do it.
Do it.
Just
Take
say
it,
yes.
I was
dude.
gonna say,
Shell.
do it, collect a couple of paychecks, and then shit on how bad the product actually is.
Oh, get like a month-long contract.
No, what you have to do is, so you don't technically break any possible contractual obligations, is talk about them, like pretend that they're so good that it like becomes obvious that it's bad. Like, man, this AK I got from this company's been through 300,000 rounds and not had a single malfunction, guys.
5 million rounds. No.
5 million rounds.
Or what is that Facebook group? 10 million rounds. No.
10,000 rounds, no problems.
Yeah. That would
Million
cover it.
I'm banned from that. I don't know why.
Oh, you're banned from Mod Light now?
No.
Oh, I was saying you were
I'm
shit on the
surprised.
PL 350 for like a week.
Yeah, that was
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's right. You bought one.
I did buy one.
Simp.
No, not so much simp because I bought into the hype. And
Corey, I got new knee pads and mouthwash.
yeah. Anyways. Anyways. Now that it fits my Surefire holster, nothing that 10 beers and a hair dryer couldn't solve.
No.
Now that it fits my holster,
Smith.
I don't have any complaints about it. The switches are super tactile. Battery life. No, I do have one complaint. The battery life fucking sucks. It's 30 minutes and it's fucking done.
Yeah, it's gonna be dead by the time when you reholster it and the light's still on.
But
Hey, at least it keeps your balls warm in the winter. If you
Yeah, dude had his come on when he was carrying appendix, and he's like, "Why is my dick feel?"
You might want to go take a test to see if you got swimmers.
I was gonna say I've adjusted my my Filster PL350 holster to fit it, and I haven't had that issue with the light coming on in my pants yet. I will preface that with yet, because I've only been carrying it now for 2 weeks. I do have the tendency to get a little bit intoxicated and turn the light on and flick with the switches and haha, look at my laser beam light.
If you don't play with a weapon light when you're drunk, you're not a gun owner.
So my battery, I've had to charge it already because again, you only get 30 minutes and the fucking thing only comes with one battery. Which wouldn't be a big problem if my rifle lights were 18350 cell lights, but my rifle lights are 18650 cell lights, so fuck, I only have one 18350 now, and you know that's the one downfall I've had with it at this point.
I'm waiting
I
for
haven't.
the 18650 mod light as the light.
I mean, just take a regular body and strap it to my 2011. It'll work.
If you don't
Throw a
mount
gangster grip on it.
owl on your pistol, you're wrong.
Dude, if we're gonna talk about gangster grips, can we talk about how I was trying to heckle the fuck out of Cloud Defensive to send me that gangster grip that got turned in?
Offer them $300. They can't say no.
I think I might buy
I
one of
did
their.
offer them. I fucking jumped in their fucking DMs and said I'll give you $300 for that gangster grip, and they never fucking replied.
They're legally obligated to give you that grip.
Hold on. Let me slide into their DM, see what they say.
I DM'd
Never
them
got-
asking how long the trade-in thing is going, and then I asked if I could send a lightsaber.
What'd they say?
I've actually had really good luck with their customer service.
Did you see some dude actually send a fleshlight into them and fucking got that as a trade-in?
Is it Fudlore?
It's a light, I guess.
What was the deal with that whole trade-in thing? I never actually looked into it.
It's
You had-
just a sale and just a cool PR marketing thing.
It was a cool sale PR marketing thing they did, and it was like, well, it was $100 off, right? You sent your light in.
Only
and,
the light packages for the owl, the rain, and then the other one.
Or
yeah,
Yeah, the torrent.
you sent your old light in, you got like $100 off one of the $100 coupon towards one of their lights, and like no shit, some dude sent and they responded to it and said yes, it is an original. Some dude sent in a Knight's Armament fucking gangster grip, which is like a cloner god piece. Like dudes will spend almost a fucking grand on this fucking light. And some dude sent this shit in to trade out for one of their fucking rifle lights.
What a fucking... That's like one of those people that brings like
Put it in
some
your
real
DM.
collectible to a police trade-in. You have to be a real fucking idiot to do that.
Oh, you mean like the fucking boomers that bring fucking Sturmgeweers to
Yep.
fucking police trade-ins?
Those are the
Here's
people I'm
Grandpa.
referring to.
Here's my grandpa's fucking war bring back. I don't like guns. I don't want this anymore. It's a fucking STG 44.
Oh man, I think I
Out,
saw a couple months ago some dude turned in like a 303 martini. And that
Oh.
fucking hurt.
Oh,
That guy deserves to be castrated.
That
all to be-
doesn't bother me as much though. Like
That should affect your credit score.
Your
I
social
agree,
credit
but-
score, maybe.
But like that doesn't affect me as badly as like somebody turned in like the one dude that turned in an FG42 or the dude that turned in a STG. Like 303 martinis, like yeah, that's a cool gun, but like so many fucking Afghanistan vets brought that shit back from Afghanistan.
imagine looking down on your fucking like grandchild or great grandchild turning in your war loot just to be cut in half by a Benchmade plasma cutter.
Yeah, and then he takes his $200 and go get some fucking White Claw and vape juice.
No, like so.
More
This will take me
OnlyFans
down.
subscriptions.
This will take me down another tangent
It's gonna
because
Taurus.
I watch Legacy collectibles on YouTube, and like you see these guys that turn in like these super rare collectible PPKs, Lugers, P38s. They got capture papers, or they're turned in like their grandparents' uniforms from World War II and shit. And you're like, why the fuck aren't you holding on to this shit?
What
Like,
the
you've
fuck
got-
is wrong with you?
You've got all this historical shit from your family, and you want to fucking sell it? Like, why aren't you hanging on to this and like passing it down? Like, I have a Mauser K98 that my grandpa fucking literally blasted some Nazi fucking half with a fucking M5 Stuart light tank, and like took his rifle and brought it back. And like this shit sits in my safe, and people have offered me money for this gun, and it's like, no, I'm not fucking selling it. Like, I can't get rid of this gun. It is like, family history. It's family history basically. Like, I can't get rid of this shit. And they're like, oh,
I've got something like that.
20.
that I'm gonna get soon. It's like a somewhat bubbled Type 99 Arasaka that my grandpa brought back.
Oh, this K98's bubbled as fuck. He cut the stock down and turned it into a
Nice.
I still can't get rid of it because I know how he got it and what it is. Like, it's a pretty gnarly backstory.
Did you send pictures of that in the group chat? I can't remember.
Yes, it's my Mauser rifle that's been sporterized.
It's the one with like the blonde wood, right?
Yes, the little laminate stock.
Yeah. I see it.
But no, like, real talk, Grandpa was in Belgium going up Hell's Highway, and some Nazi teenager fucking dude popped up over a wall and took a pot shot at him with this gun. And when he popped up, the 37 millimeter gun on Grandpa's M5 Stuart was pointed right at this fucking dude. And Grandpa was a tank commander, so he tapped the gunner on the head, and the gunner just let a fucking high explosive round go. And like, according to my grandpa, it blew this dude in half. And Grandpa basically jumped down off the fucking tank, walked over, grabbed the rifle, strapped it to the back of the tank where it sat for the rest of the fucking time he was in Europe. He duffel cut it because it wouldn't fit in his duffel cut, and it was torn up with shrapnel anyways. And he brought it back, and then he shot deer in West Virginia with it.
Hey,
Based. I got scrap from a kamikaze plane from my great uncle, and I asked him about it when I was a kid. He's like, "Yeah, I shot that son of a bitch down real good." He always had some choice words when we went into like Kmart and saw Asian Pacific Islanders.
My grandpa always had it wasn't so much towards them, but if you ever brought up Germany and Nazis, you want to talk about my grandpa having some choice words. That man had some choice words, and that man, like, my grandpa did a lot of cool shit, and like, I wish I had like gotten to like take a voice recorder and interview him, because he helped. He was one of the tanks that liberated one of the concentration camps. So he did that, and then on top of that, if you guys have ever seen the movie The Monuments Men,
I've
Or
seen
they're
it before.
showing-
Yeah.
Well, I
they're
think
showing
we-
the.
Trailer.
we talked
Yeah.
about this on episode 1.
Did we?
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't need to stop getting fucked up for these.
Are you sober?
Senile
for
old
this
dudes
episode?
talk about the same stories for every week.
Yeah.
Did Tim
Welcome
Kennedy
to
start a
Club.
podcast?
Oh, hey, I got plenty of stuff to say about Tim Kennedy.
Welcome to Clone and Correct, where all we do is circle back.
So
Circle back.
I've got a buddy that's met.
Hang on, we'll circle back to that.
We're not circling back to this. This is
Oh, we're not Jim Paskey?
now. So I've got a buddy. He was in the Marine Corps, and
Oh
he
boy.
went and did a training exercise overseas. I won't say exactly where, but it was in
Probably
Africa.
Okinawa.
No, it was Africa. And he's in the shitter, right? He's dropping a fucking deuce, and his buddy sends him a message, and he's like, "Yo, dude, Tim Kennedy's here." He's like, "Who the fuck
He was
is
in Africa like 2 or 3 years ago,
Yeah, it was several years ago.
claiming that he was liberating villages.
Yeah, probably. So my buddy's in the shitter, and he comes out to meet his friend that's like, "Dude, Tim Kennedy's here." And he's like, "Who the fuck is this?" And he's like, "Oh, he's some big MMA fighter." All right, cool. He's a Green Beret sniper, whatever. So my buddy walks out the stall, and he's in the middle of the shitter, and there's Tim Kennedy, and he's like, "Oh, cool. Hey, Tim Kennedy." And his buddy's like, "Dude, you gotta get a picture." So my buddy has a picture of one of his friends, Tim Kennedy, in a African shitter. This was pre like Brovet. Tim
Always
Kennedy.
No,
have
this was
been.
pre being Brovet in public.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
you don't just become a Brovet one day.
Tim Kennedy.
yeah, public Brovet.
I was saying
Tim Kennedy
I don't
and the
think
legend of the African shitter.
to circle back to my earlier statement when he was talking about liberating villages, you think to liberate them, he'd just shoot kids and moms in the head?
Liberate
Probably.
the men. Yeah, men are the most oppressed. Did you hear?
What was it he said? He said, like, I shot
He
women
said-
and children, but PTSD is for pussies.
Well, knowing Tim Kennedy, he probably loaded them up on a bus and took them to the airport and then fucked everything up in the process. So
Classic Tim Kennedy.
Classic Kennedy
classic
moment.
Tim Kennedy.
Fuck Tim Kennedy. All me and my homies hate Tim Kennedy. But the man's got drip. I think I'm gonna wear some Belgium. Like what's their camo pattern called again?
Is it the same as the Brits? It's DPM or whatever.
It's DPM, but it's like a different color to it. But yeah, I'll just wear some DPM cargo pants and pose with my daughter with a Nerf gun in the middle of Costco.
Is that what
Bro,
it is?
people have no idea I'm carrying.
They don't know I'm a
really.
sheepdog.
People have no idea I'm carrying, but at the same time, I think people under 21 shouldn't be able to own a gun because of well-regulated means laws.
Bro, do you think they can
Yeah,
see
I'm
me
pretty
printing?
sure we talked about this too, but all the EDC backpack ads are always for these giant fucking backpacks.
Yeah, who the fuck carries a giant backpack?
Like, yeah, you look like a fucking nerd.
That, or it has Molly or Velcro all over it.
Yeah, it's like OD green or just camouflage in general.
Dude, I carry whenever I'm like going out, I have a bag. It has chest seal, bandages, a tourniquet, decompression needle, and a couple other things. It's like your basic IFAC restock.
Wait, you guys carry medical?
Occasionally.
No, bro, no.
We
Matt,
die like
So
You don't need
no,
medical, you just need a gun.
This backpack is in my car though. It's literally like a 1.3 liter backpack. It's tiny.
So it's like a handbag.
No, not really. At 1.3 liter, I got it fucked up.
Perhaps a purse
It's-
even.
He's got a
It's-
purse, is what he's
It's
saying.
small. I don't carry a fucking purse, all right? It's
guys
smaller.
fucking
It
say
has
purse.
straps. God.
Oh my gosh. Y'all need to go check out Tim Kennedy's Instagram right now. It is like straight butthole.
What do you upload?
It's like,
Sorry, I don't want to have AIDS of the eyes from looking at Tim Kennedy's fucking Instagram.
oh, here's a picture of me sleeping.
What's up with this dude and the
Big
fire
Big
going on behind? Oh, that's talking about Benghazi. I like how he's writing on the gym mirror. That's pretty solid.
It's Tim Kennedy. What do you expect?
Well,
Him just
when
being a
you're-
douchebag.
yeah,
Him
when you're
posting lots of
Special
9/11.
Forces, Green Beret, Army Ranger, douchebag certified.
Dude, I
I
know
like-
guys that have like been there and lived that life, and they hate that motherfucker too. So
Oh, dude, you wouldn't believe how many people hate Tim Kennedy that I've talked to. That are also,
Over 10 people.
Oh my god! Have you seen his range picture for the new FN 22? Oh my gosh! Straight.
Oh my gosh.
I've talked to like you talk to like 24 STS guys, right? The special tactics guys that work out of Fort Bragg, and they're like, you bring up Tim Kennedy, and they're like, don't even fucking talk about that asshole.
Ah, God.
When are we having him as a guest again?
When we get a deal with 511.
Oh, that can't be
Did
that
he
hard.
actually wear a 511 plate carrier to Kabul?
Yes, he did.
Anything
What
for the sponsors.
Fuck.
Was you think he got paid for that?
I had AR 500 plates in it.
I like how he took a service member's M4 for a picture, and then that's a big no-no for DOD and other stuff.
Yeah, because you never hand your weapon to somebody
Hmm.
unless you're like bleeding out on the ground. You don't give your weapon to somebody that's yours.
Well, we'll have to wait and
Do
see.
you guys remember the Vegas shooting where he was begging SWAT team guys to give him a gun?
No, that was Dan Bilzerian.
That was-
Yeah,
Was
you
that
can't.
Brazilian?
that was-
You can't mix up douchebags, man.
yeah, get your douchebags correct.
That's
They're
Bud
the
drop
same
out
person.
daddy's money.
There,
Douchebag.
there you go. There's another fucking meme idea. Find the difference between these two pictures. There's the same picture.
Yeah, Dan Bilzerian is fucking annoying, dude.
Didn't he get like a fucking beard implant or some shit?
I heard that he was getting stem cell and some other steroid stuff because someone has a video of him he ran a jet ski up on the beach, and there's a video of him and he can't move it on the sand. It's on like the wet portion of the sand. I mean, how much do jet skis weigh?
Not
100 pounds.
Here, wait, I'm gonna Google it real fast.
Probably more than you'd think. I imagine they're pretty
I
dense.
imagine they're like 300 to 400 pounds.
Probably about as much as a
I was gonna say-
motorcycle.
Oh,
No,
shit.
they-
Okay.
They
They're
weigh.
anywhere from 400 to 1,200 pounds.
Jesus.
I was gonna say they weigh about as much as a 4-wheeler does, but it's not like my fucking boat.
You get any babes on that thing yet?
Nah, just my wife. Got the boats and hose.
Speaking of Dan Bilzerian, I was watching a Lone Survivor with some friends for the first time who'd never seen it, and I forgot Dan Bilzerian was in that movie. And then I saw his stupid.
He's in that movie?
You guys don't know he's in that
Wait,
movie?
what?
I didn't watch the movie. So.
No, okay, well, if you've ever seen Lone Survivor, you know the part where they're briefing the 4 SEALs to go in. He's like in
he's
the room for the
background.
briefing.
Yeah.
He's not in the background,
Is he
he's in the
really?
front row. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, people were using that image
Actually-
like a week or two ago as a meme template.
Yeah, no, he's there. And it
No-
pissed me
no
off for
meme
the rest of the
pages,
movie.
Not gun meme pages.
And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was also on one of the evac helicopters that got hit by a rocket. Made me feel a little better.
So what
He
was
was on,
his,
like,
what was
17.
his like deal? Because I know he was a Navy washout, right?
So that's
Let's
not the
just go
problem
look at
I
his-
have with him. It's that he flunked out of Navy SEAL training, which okay, I'm not
Let's
making
go.
it through
A lot
SEAL
of
training
people do.
either.
A lot of people do.
His dad made like millions of dollars through some ridiculous
scheme,
loophole. I forget what the exact story is, but it was
he
illegal.
set he and his brother up for life though with separate accounts.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Didn't
say.
get
But
to
he
it.
got to keep his dad's money after his dad got arrested, and now he's flaunting the money as if he worked for it, and just being a general cunt all the time to everybody, and asking for police officers' guns during the Las Vegas shooting.
Oh, God. Dude, I have creds. Look at my 6 million Instagram followers with all these chicks' tits I post.
Can you imagine the reality in which the cop actually gives him the gun? What's he gonna do with it? It's a fucking pistol, and the guy's on the 30th story of a high-rise.
Here, I show you Booba. Give me Glock 17.
I'm just picturing some LVMP officer be like, "Yeah, dude, here's my Glock. Have fun." And fucking Dan's just sitting on the fucking he's sitting on the ground shooting up at the 30th floor, just raining fucking 9mm into the windows.
Officer, have you seen the size of my delts?
I got my TRT injection this morning.
I'm gonna copy and paste this into the group chat. What is put it in general? He sued the producers of the film Lone Survivor because
What?
he invested $1 million into the movie
Yeah, that's why they let him take the picture. It's because he paid him $1 million.
in exchange for 8 minutes of screen time and 80 words of dialogue. But they reduced it to 1 minute and 1 line. Hey, I donated $1 million for your movie, which is like a drop in the bucket. For
Yeah, well, it was like a $100 million film or something
I was
absurd
gonna
like
say,
that.
for Lone Survivor, that's a big bill movie right
Let me look
there.
up the
Yeah, it's
budget.
got Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch in it.
The Funky Bunch
I was gonna
had a
say,
much worse
those
time than
movies-
Marky Mark.
Those movies have such a huge budget.
Oh, it was only $40 million. It's actually not as much as I thought it would be.
It's still a drop in the bucket.
what was the movie of like the crew? I don't remember the fucking name. I don't watch these type of movies. I watched Zero Dark 30 for the first time this year, but
He played
Never seen it.
Dan Healy in Lone Survivor. How could you cast a self-entitled douchebag to portray him?
Money.
But what was the
Money.
movie where it was like the Green Berets or the SF dudes on horses in Afghanistan?
Oh, I fucking hated that movie. With Chris Hemsworth?
Everyone on
Yeah.
that team was white, and they had like 3 fat black dudes in the
What the
movie.
fuck is this movie?
I can't wait. For
I can't remember the name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Sounds like some shit you'd fucking imagine in a Benadryl dream.
I can't wait.
Well,
For the,
it was something that really happened. It's 12 Strong is the movie.
yeah, 12 strong.
Well, to be fair, it was
It
based on
was-
something that really happened.
Yeah, it was something that did really happen because it was during Operation Anaconda, in the lead up to like the invasion of Afghanistan. Which, if you've ever played Medal of Honor 2010, you kind of see the same shit. Great game, by the way, like super underrated game. But yeah, everybody on that team was like white and had beards to make themselves look Afghani. And then the movie's like, here's these like 6 black dudes that were supposedly on the team that weren't ever on the team.
I can't wait for the live action Audie Murphy movie where he's a black transgender queen.
That's the day I jump off my balcony.
Have you ever seen, like, speaking of movies that were based
Throw your
on true
PTR down to
events,
me first.
Yeah, give us your guns first.
Yeah.
You ever
No,
seen The
that's-
Men Who Stare at Goats?
It's 100 guns, so you guys get to come and pick from the selection.
Hey, I'll take the Nighthawk.
You got to fight my wife for that one.
Your that post where you're organizing your 1911s and it happened to look like
I didn't
No,
post
swastika
this
boat.
picture.
So what if I turn all 4 of these pistols at a particular angle? And go, oh shit, that's a swastika.
I love the fact that it took. Like, I took the picture and I thought this was going to be cool, and I'll post this 1911 picture and, like, you know, I'll be boomer me, and I like 1911s. I like 45. And I do all this shit with my 1911s, and I'm sitting here and editing and go, oh, fuck, I can't post that. That's a fucking swastika. And I'm sitting here looking at this picture, and the way I arranged these 1911s, sure shit, they're a fucking swastika. And I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Were you like getting the tags ready and you posting the Q&A sticker and you're just like, oh, hang on.
No, I wasn't even that far. Like I do all my editing on my phone. And so I'm sitting there resizing everything to be an Instagram post, and I'm editing it for the color,
Yeah.
the color gradient. And that's when I realized, I was like, oh fuck, this is a swastika. I cannot post this.
Just imagine if it was like the most accidentally fucked up shit. And like
and get my account
like, the caption is like, over 6 million 1911s have been
Hey, Tone, wood grips.
Well, I still have the picture. Like I kept the picture because I just thought it was so fucking funny that I fucked it up that bad.
It's a phenomenal picture. It's just unfortunately in a bad shape.
Well, and like the worst part of the whole picture is there's an actual like GI military issued made in 1943, 1911.
Probably might have clapped a Nazi.
I was gonna say it could have been like you guys watch Band of Brothers where the guy's in Karatan and he walks up the street and he pulls his 1911 out and claps the dude in the fucking street. Like it could have been that gun. And this fucking thing's in this picture.
So what do you think we gotta do to make Tim Kennedy look so bad that FN drops him as a spokesperson?
I think if FN would drop him for anything, they already would have. I think he's more or less untouchable until he literally murders or rapes somebody.
I agree with that. And as much as I love FN, I love FN as a company, but like
sending out guns to fucking personalities.
They're not gonna drop Tim Kennedy over anything he's ever done because it's Tim Kennedy and he brings press. And in this modern world, all press is good press.
What is it? The 24-hour news cycle or whatever.
Look at HK.
It's always sunny.
Look at HK. HK literally sells guns to fucking Mexican cartels, and everybody still buys their shit up like it's hot shit.
Well, I mean, I've got a USP, so you can't say much.
Are you a Mexican?
Yes.
Okay.
That explains a lot.
Yo soy cocaine.
Yo soy booger sugar.
Damn.
Well, HK is pretty fucking solid stuff. It just sucks about the German export laws and American import laws.
Can we talk about no. Can we talk about how much of a joke the SL8 is?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Oh god.
Dude, the SL8 at my FFL, they got, I think, 1 or 2. It's been sitting up on the rack since they got imported.
So mine
Well, I mean,
got
if they
one.
weren't how many $1,000, I'm sure they'd fly off the shelves.
Well,
HK,
so,
you release the SL, they're like, hey guys, we listened to your feedback, and here's some shit nobody wanted. Wow.
we listened to your feedback, and here's an assault weapons ban gun that nobody wanted. I swear to God, this is what I think happened. They messaged Tommy Belt Tactical and said, what can we do to make your business better? And Tommy Belt went, import the SL8 again so I can convert them into G36s and XM8s. And fucking HK went, I got you, fam.
Oh,
Because I'm not gonna lie, when I went in and I put that Colt AR-15A4 on layaway, there was an SL8 right next to it, and I held the SL8 and I messed with it, and I'm like, this is shit. Put it back on the wall, and I bought the fucking Colt AR-15A4. Like, I bought a Colt AR over a fucking SL8.
Should speak enough about it.
Especially since it's a new Colt. Like,
Oh yeah, because they're finally manufacturing for civilians again.
You know, when CZ bought them, maybe they're.
Well,
I
they
don't-
announced that before the CZ acquisition.
They-
and then
they
CZ
did, but-
acquisition happened.
CZ quality control would probably be.
Did CZ buy the whole fucking thing, or did they just
think
buy
so.
Yes. No, CZ bought all of Colt. Like, if you see so I'm part of a Colt history group on Facebook. CZ bought all of Colt to the point where if you drive past the factory in Connecticut now, the factory sign actually says Colt Firearms Group, and then at the bottom it says a division of CZ USA. So CZ owns
Boomers
Colt.
were pretty fucking upset about that for a while.
They were
Oh
very
my
upset
god,
about
yeah.
I'll never buy Colt again. This is bullshit.
And I still see that shit, even though it was the best thing to ever happen to Colt in the past 20 years.
Do you
Not
realize?
to mention through most of GWAT, Colt was owned by some dude in Saudi Arabia. So
Do they not realize that Colt, like, I'm trying to think of the word, outsourced a lot of their fucking machining down to like South America, and it's just
No,
some
they don't.
dude. Oh, they don't. What company?
no,
is that?
like so the Colt rifle. So the Colt rifle I bought like is not what I would call what most people would call a real Colt. It says Colt on the receiver, but it's one of the new laser engraved receivers. It doesn't even say AR-15A4 on the receiver. It actually says Colt carbine. Like it's an AR-15A4. It's a 20-inch gun. And it says carbine on it, and it's like, okay, this is fucking weird.
Typical.
And
Colt.
then if you pop the handguards off, it's a Roscoe barrel. Like you look underneath, and it's got it's got an R on the barrel for Roscoe. So Roscoe is making chrome line barrels for fucking Colt.
That's kind of gross. What the fuck?
Well,
I
Roscoe's
bought it
solid
because
though.
Roscoe's a solid company. I'll give them for barrels. Even Chad from School of the American Rifle will talk up Roscoe.
Who?
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy's
I'm
interesting.
sure they're good.
Okay, well, I don't want to like go back on a topic, but I want to make sure I have the right information. Who is it that outsources their machining or whatever to some South American whatever?
Springfield Armory.
Yeah,
I know for
okay.
sure some Springfield 1911s
It's, all right, it's Springfield 1911.
made or
Yeah.
finished in South America.
So they don't do it anymore. This is something that stopped in like the past 10 years. So Springfield 1911 frames and slides used to be made by Imbel in Brazil.
Nice.
They're not anymore.
They're now made
they're-
by Taurus.
No, they're made in the States now. And I will tell anybody, if you're going to buy like a base model fucking 1911, break out $1,000 and go buy a fucking Springfield. But they used to be made in South America, the slides and frames, and then
I
they
have one.
used the TRPs back in the day used to use a 2-piece stainless steel national match barrel
When I
that was
19, I really
infamous for
wanted a
coming
TRP.
apart.
Oh god.
First thing I did was get rid of the full length guide rod. Threw that shit in the trash.
If you want good 1911 info and you want good, like especially Springfields and some of the most stock guns, and this goes for you guys, this goes for anybody listening, go check out 10-8 Performance on Instagram and Facebook and all that. Dude has just the knowledge death on 1911s that it'll make you swallow the pill again and go back to the 1911.
Man, 1911s. I don't know why. Their triggers are almost too good. Like I have like a $300 ATI. That the trigger on that shitty 1911 is better than the trigger on any other gun I own. It's
Now imagine what the
ridiculous.
trigger on my Nighthawk is like.
I don't even want to
Butter
feel it because then I
eggs.
want to buy one, and I can't afford that.
Yeah,
That-
I've shot a little bit of like Ed Browns and Nighthawks and shit, and those triggers are just next level shit.
Even my staccato, like my staccato is like a poor level 2011, an entry level 2011, and even that triggers like I there's a reason I went back to 1911s and 2011s because that trigger is just so good. And my buddy came up, Brody. He came up and he was shooting my Nighthawk, and he's like, I couldn't carry this. I asked him, I was like, why not? And he's like, I'm so used to a Glock trigger. I'm so used to my P365 that this trigger's too good. Like, it's legitimately too good to the point where I don't feel comfortable carrying it because it's 3.5, 4 pounds, and there's very little take up. It breaks like glass, and I hate saying that, but there's really no other comparison for a Nighthawk trigger. Like, it literally breaks like glass. There's almost
like
no.
5.6 is happiness.
Yeah, pretty much.
What?
Like, but my Nighthawk, I can shoot a 10x10 drill. I'm shooting this with 45. You know, I can shoot a 10x10x10 drill in like 7 seconds and be every round on target with 45. And a lot of that has to do with the trigger. Like, it's just that good. Like, and a lot of people shit on it, and I think a lot of that reputation comes from Kimber, because
Kimber is garbage.
Kimber's
Idaho has
garbage.
So many Kimber 1911s, dude.
Kimber did a lot to ruin the 1911. A lot of these budget brands did a lot to ruin the 1911 because I have, even my clapped out CMP gun. The gun sounds like a fucking rattle trap. I pick it up and shake it, and nothing fits right in it. But the gun runs, and it runs reliably. I've never had a malfunction with that gun. But you turn around and buy something like an ATI, the Armscore brand that they import from the Philippines, Kimber's. You pick these guns up, Rock Islands, that's the one I was thinking of. You pick these 1911s up, and they don't run because I don't know why. I don't know how after 100 years you can't figure this shit out, but they don't run. But then you pick up something that's tuned like a Wilson, a Nighthawk, an Ed Brown, even the higher end Colts, higher end Springfields, Dan Wessons. You know, you pick these 1911s up that are actually built correctly, and you're like, holy fuck, this is next level. And especially in something like a 9mm, like, it's easy mode. You're turning the recoil off. My staccato has like no recoil, and I just sit there and pull the trigger, and it's like giggle mode because it doesn't move. And this is coming from a dude that owns a Hudson and bought into the Hudson hype. Like, that gun just sits there and doesn't fucking move either, but my staccato shoots just as good.
Remember when I memed your Hudson?
Everybody memes the Hudson. I loved when you memed my Hudson, and I shared that meme. I shared that meme to the Modlight group, actually. That went into the Modlight Facebook group, so it is in there, and fucking Corey was laughing at it.
All right.
So you made Corey laugh, and I don't know how you feel about that, because I think you kind of hate him anyway. So
I don't hate him. I just think that the release of the P350 PL350 could have gone better.
it could have, especially when you say it's going to fit a Safariland holster, and then it doesn't. And like, I shouldn't have to drink 10 beers and take my wife's hairdryer to the holster for 2 hours to make it fit.
It really just sounds like it would have been better if they stepped back and said, "Hey guys, we got our testing done, but we need to take another I don't know how much time. What's a good time period, you think? Like another?
It probably needed another year.
Really?
I think it needed that long. The switches are good, like I said, and this is my example, and I only have one. It's a sample size of one, but the switches on mine are really nice. They're very tactile. I don't feel the need with momentary with them because they're very tactile. I can go on and off really easily, really quick. You know, I don't
You
need
got
the
a
momentary.
non-lemon.
I got a non-lemon. My only bitch is I was told that it would fit a Surefire 6000 or Surefire. I was told it would fit a Safariland 6000 series holster without modification besides punching out the light plug, which all of us punch the plug out of our fucking holsters anyways because it's a debris gathering device. I was told it would fit, and it didn't fit. And then when I brought my concern into the Modlight Facebook group, I was told, well, it must just be this holster. The problem is, I was told it must be this holster or this gun. And I was told, well, I've got 3 guns and 2 holsters. One holster, which was made last year. And it was, I bought my 6390 last year for my Nighthawk because I ordered my Nighthawk and then I went, oh fuck, I need a holster with a X300. So I bought that with the gun. And then my buddy, who is currently stationed in Korea, and I have his in my possession currently, I have his 6390 Safariland, and I also have his TRP. I tried his holster, I tried his gun, I tried my Staccato with his holster, my Nighthawk with his holster, his TRP with my holster, my guns with my holster, and none of them fit. And all of them had the same issue where the light body was just too big and it was pushing the gun too high in the holster to allow it to go in the holster. Now, again, 10 beers and 2 hours with my wife's hairdryer later, it fits. But when I'm told, hey, this is compatible with X300 holsters, and your holster fit chart says 1911s and 2011s should fit in 6000 series holsters that they fit, I expect to be able to take this light and without modification, without taking my wife's hairdryer to the holster, it should fucking fit. And it did not. Other than that, my only other bitch is it only came with 1 battery, which I think if your fucking weapon light has a 30-minute runtime, it should probably come with 2. Other than that, the performance is performance-wise, and I know Forges did a light test with an OKW, or not, with a PLH. It's exactly like my rifle light. So if I pick up my Mach 18 with a PLH V2 and shine it across my apartment complex and then turn around and pick my pistol up with the PL350 on it, the performance is exactly the same. It's got enough power to punch through those photonic barriers and get good illumination of targets and all that shit. And especially me, getting ready to get out of the military, step into law enforcement career field with my 2011 getting ready to be my duty weapon. This is going to be the light that I'm going to carry, even with the downside of runtime, just because of the performance. Yeah, and that, but like I said, my only bitch is the holster, really, because I was told it would fit and it did not fit. And then when I went into the Facebook group, all the Modlight fanboys were like, "Oh well, Safariland holsters have changed over the years," and I'm like, "Well, I've got one from 5 years ago and I've got one from last year, and neither one of them fit." And I didn't get banned, surprisingly. I'm still in the Facebook group, and I'm still able to see all the release details and early deals and all that shit. But you know how fanboys are. We all know how fanboys are, where it's like, oh, shit. Like, oh, you can't talk bad about my shit because, it's the best thing ever.
I'm a Beast Monero fanboy.
For all I know, here in a year, Cloud Defensive comes out with their pistol light. It's better, and I sell my PL350 for a Cloud Defensive light. Tac swap's an amazing thing.
Yeah. Man, you really can rant.
Yeah, I can.
Just a little.
I will step off my soapbox now, and
Well, I was just about to say, like, I'm a bit of a fanboy. I've only built. I'll put air quotes because some uppers have been assembled, some have just been pre-bought. But I kind of just tell everyone, build your own lower if you want, or get an Aero Precision lower, and then get a BCM upper.
that's kind of what I did. So
I literally,
That's like the meta.
in my hand right now is a M4E1 lower and an 11.5 upper.
that's a solid gun. Like,
But I will say it is overgassed, and I had to throw an A5 buffer on it.
well, everything that's BCM is overgassed.
Yeah.
Mine, I gauged my port on my 14.5 BCM, and it's exactly what it's supposed to be, and it's somehow still overcast with an H4.
Holy shit.
I don't know how they managed to do that.
So I have my 16-inch FSB gun with the Razor and the DD rail. That upper is a factory Daniel Defense upper, and it's a circa 2018 upper, and it's not overgassed. It actually is right in where it should be. And amazingly, both of my lowers that I run with both of my main ARs are Aero lowers, built up, all mil-spec parts, Norgon ambi catches, Psionics ambi safeties, and then everything else is CMMG lower parts kits.
I've used those once, and they forgot a part in it.
So I
springs.
I run the CMMG lower parts kits, and I run in both guns, both suppressed and unsuppressed. I don't change buffers. I don't change anything. H1s. They're H1 buffers with standard carbine springs, and both guns, one of which is, like I said, a factory Daniel Defense upper. The other is, believe it or not, a DS Arms upper. The Mach 18 that I am so dearly in love with is a DS Arms.
It's also our podcast page.
Yeah.
Profile.
Yeah, that is also the profile picture. That is a DS Arms upper that I bought for, like, I don't know, I think it was $450 or $500 out the door from DS Arms with the Knights armament rail. So if that tells you where they're cutting corners.
What?
They're 700 now with the Mach 18 or the
Are they?
DD
Yeah.
rails. I was looking at them, but they're sold out because I was going to buy them.
Yeah. So when I bought my
buy one too.
When I bought my 10.3, and this was again back in 2018, that upper with the Knights rail and the whole like rail kit with the rail panels and the foregrip and all that, that upper was, I want to say it was $520 after shipping and all that. Like, and that gun is perfectly gassed. Like, anybody that shoots it says it shoots soft. I don't have any brass marks on the brass deflector because it's ejecting perfectly to 4 or 5 o'clock. Like, suppressed or unsuppressed, whether I have my Surefire on it or whether it's not on it, that gun runs perfectly with an H1. Whether, and again, going even farther, whether it's in, with my 16-inch gun, whether it's in Arizona where it's 110 degrees, or it's in Minot, North Dakota where it's 30 below. So maybe I got lucky.
I have the problem with cold out here.
And this is why I get picky about like A5 systems and all that, because I've seen A5s choke here because it'll get cold and suddenly the gun doesn't run because it's 30 below and it just doesn't run.
Mine's done well so far, but it hasn't done it in winter time yet.
Come visit me in the middle of February and we'll see if it runs.
You're going to pay for gas for us to drive up there?
Sure. I'll even put you up in my spare bedroom.
That sounds like a great time. Let's do it.
And I'll send you on base and let you watch B-52s and Hueys do their thing.
You think they get pissed at me if I sparked a lighter behind a nuke they were unloading?
I don't think they would let you get that close to a nuke without getting shot.
I bet it's bleeding out. There's the nuke being wheeled by, and it's like, I did it.
Like, that's the worst thing. Like,
Retard.
I work here. I do this thing. I help put these things in the air, put them on alert, and all that good shit. And that's the worst part of my day. Is like I'm trying to leave base, and they're doing something. They shut all the gates because they're moving shit, and you're sitting in line at the gate trying to go home for like 45 minutes to an hour because the gate's closed because they're trying to fucking move some shit, and you're like, motherfucker, just let me go home.
Or you don't go to a nuke base.
That's why you don't go to a nuke base.
Why you get stuck at some crappy little tiny base in the middle of nowhere and have a very boring enlistment. And
Where were you?
I was in Shaw, South Carolina.
That's not even that bad.
Yeah, but it's tiny and nobody talks about it.
Nobody talks about it because that's not that bad.
I would say at least you aren't in like Fort Hood or wherever.
It's not
dead
Fort
people.
Hood.
Well-
If we're gonna talk Air Force bases, it's not Cannon. It's not Minot.
It's not Seymour Butts.
It's not Seymour Butts. Although I think I'd rather be at Seymour Butts than I would be Shaw. But
Yeah.
that's personal opinion because my in-laws are closer to Shaw than they are Seymour. So
Has anything crazy happened this week in like terms of gun stuff? I feel like it's been a kind of a lax week.
Chip
that-
lost the.
I was going to say Chipman has been the closest.
Yeah, Chipman was like awesome to hear, but hopefully they don't find someone who's worse.
I was going to say who's going to be worse though.
Yeah,
They're going to find someone who's almost
no.
as bad. And then be like, oh, well, this isn't so bad compared to Chipman.
And then it's worse.
Yeah, there's that. I was just thinking about it, like they find someone worse, but also they have a better chance of getting elected. If you Google Nancy Pelosi Rule 34, you'll see how she could technically be
Not
elected.
Okay, Brandon Herrera.
Guessing. You can really see how she can get elected to the head of the ATF. So,
God, what a. There's been no like crazy beef either, which is I guess pretty good.
No, the crazy shit happened since the last time we've recorded, right? So you've got the Russian import ban, which everybody freaked out about, but it really isn't going to affect us for like 2 years.
But even then, they said it's all new ones, but continuing. Do you think Tula still might be able to import?
I think it still might be able to come in, and then you're going to see a lot of these companies like Wolf.
they're gonna move to China.
This is going to move to fucking Ukraine.
You can't. Well, they already import out of the Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly.
The last box of Wolf 76239 I bought, which was like 3 weeks ago, said made in Ukraine on it.
Made in China.
Chinese ammo can't be
Chinese
imported.
ammo is
Yeah, Chinese ammo's going.
That's been banned since '86.
I found some guy was selling a Norinco 10 of 7.62 at a gun show I was at.
Did you buy it?
No, he had it marked up for some crazy price.
Mm.
I can't remember what it was. I just remember seeing Norinco banned ammo. It was when I was a lot younger and not really into guns, or well, not as knowledgeable and into like the specifics.
So, the best deal I've ever seen somebody make. This was back when I was in high school. So 2010-ish, we had this publication back home. It's called the Bulletin Board. And some dude posted a Norinco SKS with 2,000 rounds of ammo for $300.
What?
And my buddy was like, I'm going to buy that. And so he calls the dude. It was still available. So Ken calls the dude and is like, hey, I want to buy this gun. No questions asked. I'm not going to hackle you or anything. And dude's like, okay, I'll meet you in Ravenswood, West Virginia, and at this community park. So, like, no shit, we drive to Ravenswood because Ken's blind. He's legally blind. I don't know how he shoots. I don't know how he does all this shit, but he does it. So we drive down there, and, like, in this, like, public park, in the back of a fucking, like, 82 Camaro, this dude pops the fucking trunk, and sure as shit, he's got a beautiful, like, still new in the box, never fired Chinese SKS with fucking 2,000 rounds of Chinese Norinco-made steel core fucking ammo for $300. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. And Ken pulls me aside, and after looking at everything, he's like, you know, my eyesight's not so good. Is this a good deal? And I said, if you don't fucking buy this, you're a fucking retard. And he's like, is that good? And I was like, yeah, it's that good. And if you ever sell this gun, you're a fucking idiot.
Does he still have it?
He still has the gun, and he shot about like 400 rounds of the ammo. So he did pretty good.
I had some surplus ammo that I was shooting through my AK. It was the Czech corrosive stuff. It's got that really weird looking tip. It's like white.
Yeah.
That stuff doesn't really feed super well in mine.
So I have, when I bought my AK-74, it came with a can of 7.6. And I still have that can of 7.6. And now it's worth more than my AK-74 is.
Yeah, the ammo shortage made like all those 5.45 guns just drop.
I was gonna say that the ammo shortage and the fact that 7.6 is banned from import, like that can of 1,080 rounds is worth more than my gun is now, because my AK-74 is one of those. It's one of the good ones, but it's not one of the greatest. It's a Century 74 Sporter. And it's after they stopped putting 5.56 barrels on them, so it actually doesn't keyhole. But the gun's not worth as much as the can of ammo is.
I really wanted to build a 5.45, but I just don't see it happening now.
I don't recommend it now unless you can find a crank kit for fucking a good price.
What I've always wanted is one of those weird East German 5.45 border guard bolt actions.
Oh my god. The SGG82s. I've got the fuck with one, and they're fucking awesome, and they're tack drivers.
I want an East German AK so bad. Jim Fuller posted that one he had. It's super cool.
The MPIs.
Yeah.
So I've got to handle an MPI. It's a cool gun. As Forges were talking about the SSGs that were the border guard bolt guns, I kick myself every day because my local gun store is an importer, and they brought in 6 of them from Switzerland, and they had them price tagged out for like 2 Gs. And I looked at it and went, haha, that's funny. And I bought a Luger instead. Because at the time that was I will justify my purchase at the time. This 1933 Sneak Luger was the better investment. It was a full rig. It had the holster, had the gun, it had the magazine. It was unit marked, had the Providence, and this gun was the better investment. So I bought this gun. And then I watched the price of SSG 82s jump to fucking like $7,000. And I was like, fuck, I fucked up. Slightly. I have an awesome Luger, but I don't have an SSG 82. I made up for it with my 1903 A4, but I still don't have an SSG 82.
I don't really have any retro guns.
Buy retro guns.
I'm gonna try. Well, Slickside shit posting said he might start selling retro, Slickside uppers with carry handle. I'd buy one from him.
That's a good start.
Yeah. And then I know Uncle Bunker has them in stock every now and then.
I haven't bought anything from him.
I bought 5 40-rounder PMags and a mag coupler.
I feel bad because I feel like out of all of us in this podcast, I'm the only one that hasn't bought anything from him.
I haven't. I might.
You smuggle all your stuff in, Forges. I don't want to hear about it. He laughs because he knows it's true.
I bought the PMags from him because I'm kind of like thinking like in my little go bag I'm gonna have like 2 40-round PMags in it, like 2 40-rounders in the backpack, not on my kit, so I can be.
So what? So let's switch to the serious part of the podcast. What magazines are you guys running in your ARs?
PMag,
pretty much the window.
PMag and Brownells mags. I have some SureFeed ones or OK Industries.
Yeah.
I just don't have a whole lot of time behind them, so I can't say like, yes, these are good.
One thing I gotta say about PMags that is way better than like regular aluminum mags is downloading them is so much easier, especially with gloves.
Yes.
You'll rip your gloves on GA mags.
Also, I have the SHK Korean steel mags that Global Ordnance was pushing for a while. Because
How are those?
I'm too poor for HK mags, but so far I did like a three mag dump and it worked. And then I have some Lancers. I have a purple Lancer and then a few like smoke and black.
Man, I got the meme Lancers too.
Yeah.
So I run Gen 3 window PMags with the NSN on them because hey, the BX sells those. And then I run Colt or OK Industries aluminum magazines, which are whatever, they're tried and tested. I have a couple of Lancer mags, and I found they caused accuracy issues.
I've got.
I've seen that. Have you ever seen that post that Criterion did about
Yes.
POI shift?
Yes. And
my buddy sent that to me.
That's no shit, like for me anyways, with my guns, that's real because my guns will group larger with Lancer mags than they do PMags, which was a big part of me switching from Lancers to PMags.
You know, that's funny.
I used to only run the smoke Lancers because I thought they were cool and they looked like AUG mags, and I thought that was awesome. And then I went to Gen 3 Coyote windowed PMags, which are the GI issue magazines.
Yeah, that's what I've got most of.
And like my group shrunk, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Okay, there was something behind this.
I'm running mainly Gen 2s.
Now my wife runs. My wife runs purple Lancers because they're purple.
But do you have an EMAG?
I have 6 EMAGs.
Dude, I was trying to find some earlier and I couldn't.
because they don't make them anymore.
I know, but like I wanted to get like 1 or 2 for like collecting purposes.
Yeah, and if you find them, they'll be like $75 because the clone boys are like, oh, teabag.
Oh, Bin Laden raid.
I was gonna say they're like, Bin Laden raid, come.
I like.
I have to have the E-mags for my 416 clone.
I think he busted a bunch of them out in a video, but Chad from School of American Rifle did like tested some lower with like every type of fucking mag you can imagine.
Yeah, I did.
Thermal and HK Steel and GI mag. Every generation of PMAG.
You're
Those shitty old fucking polymer mags before Magpul was a thing. Thermold? Is that what I'm...
thermal. Yeah, they're thermals. The Canadian mag.
I mainly just buy Gen 2s in bulk because I can get them for like $100 flat for 10 mags.
So I buy the Gen 3 windows in the Coyote color. And the only reason I buy those is because the BX sells them for like $13 a magazine.
I have like a pretty juicy piece of dumbass spud lore about the windowed PMAG.
Oh,
This dude, I guess, was a Marine, and he was telling me the story about like, I'll never use windowed PMags ever again. I was like, what? Why? That's a weird thing to be adamant about. And he was like, well, in our what the fuck are those rifles? The M27s.
The M27.
Yeah, and he's like, those mags were blowing up the sides of the mags because they're windowed. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm pretty sure there's something really fucked up with your gun if you're blowing out the sides of your mag in just regular shooting, dude.
My favorite piece of FUD lore I've heard about windowed mags. I do own a couple. I somehow have a windowed Gen 2 in OD green.
A few of those laying around.
Oh, what?
That's fucking vaporware.
Yeah, I got it from my dad. Got it from his friend, and he gave it to me. It came with his like CMMG, like flat top AR he bought for $500. I'm trying to find it right now.
For an MP7.
Yeah. But my favorite piece of FUD lore I've heard is that a guy said, "I will never run windowed Gen 3 or windowed mags because I don't want the person to see that I'm running out of ammo."
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I wish I could say that I've never heard that before, but I took my B&T TP9 to the gun store one day to have a conjugal visit with my suppressor, and one of the old dudes that walked in saw the smoke color magazine that's opaque and you can see the rounds in it. He's like, "Oh, I'd never carry that in my gun because you could see, the enemy can see how many rounds you have left." And I looked at him like he was a fucking idiot.
That's similar to the FUD lore of the Germans would shoot their machine guns when the Americans had the pings from their Garands.
There's a reason my name is M1 Ping.
Dude, all right. If you have like grenades, machine guns, and shit
It's
blowing up
not a
around
thing.
you aren't gonna hear a fucking ping.
So, there's a reason my name is M1 Ping, and that is the reason why my name is M1 Ping, because it's a parody off the fact that everybody's like, "Oh, it'll get you fucking killed in the streets." Motherfucker, even when I'm shooting my M1s, I can't fucking hear it, and that's just me shooting my M1. Like,
I was
nobody
being
around
really
me.
careful when I was shooting my buddy's M1, so I could hear it. Because like the first time, he was like, "Yeah, just go
It's
ahead and shoot
hard.
it." Yeah,
If you're not like deliberately going slow, you're not going to hear it. If you're just like This is like an AR, and you dump 8 rounds like you would. You like
Eight
would-
rounds goes quick, man.
if you do it like you're shooting a drill, like say you're shooting a fucking fallback drill with this shit, you ain't hearing that fucking ping. And you can barely hear it on videos, right? Like, and this is without like a 1919 down the row putting down covering fire or an MG42 across the way, fucking lighting you up. Like, you can barely hear it as it is. And this myth persists. And if you look at my backup page, the profile picture is ping equals dead. It's a bloke on the range patch after he did his M1 ping experiment. So it's a good time. It doesn't happen. It's not a thing. I have fucking 4 M1s and barely any of them you can hear the ping off of when you go empty. It's cool because if you're behind the gun and you kind of notice it, you're like, oh, fuck, my gun's empty. But even if you don't notice it, you know the gun's empty because the trigger's dead and toss a new fucking clip in it.
Yeah, my favorite is the people that say like you have to check the chamber, or, like rotate the gun. No, if it's not going bang, switch to your fucking sidearm.
Yep. Anyways, going back to magazines.
My answer is if you slap them, they lose all the rounds.
They lose all their rounds. But let me talk about Gucci guns with shit magazines.
Ooh, I like this topic.
You're gonna like this topic. B&T, and I'm a B&T fanboy. I love the TP9. I love the APC. I love pretty much every 9mm sub gun that B&T puts on the market. But holy fuck, B&T's 9mm sub gun magazines are the fucking worst. Like
They aren't
worst.
Glock mags.
No, fucking Glock mags are not submachine gun magazines. Fuck that.
Single position feed is
No.
garbage.
Yes. Real talk though, if I take a B&T magazine and if it's got more than 10 rounds on it and I drop that shit out of the gun and it lands on concrete, that magazine's broken.
Oh.
I think the most unobtainium mag out there is, I mean, modern mag anyway, is like one of the prototype translucent B mags.
Oh, dude, I saw one of those.
Oh,
There's like
Maxwell posted
5
it.
of them or some shit.
The
I think-
Gen 1.
I think both of the P mags, both of the rarest magazines we see are both P mags. One of them, like you said, is the translucent. The other is the straight 20 round P mag.
But yeah, I see those from time to time.
Dude, illicit
Oh.
provisions gets them and puts them in like chocolate
Oh.
chip.
Yeah, the fucking DCU and chocolate chip. Fuck,
Yeah.
I want some of those.
Yeah, but he sells them for like $70 a piece, and it's hype beast stuff.
Rip.
iForges invited you to kilt in the streets.
All right, wait. So do you guys run angled foregrips, vertical foregrips, or hand stops, or nothing?
It depends on the gun.
Okay.
My favorite is the True North grip stop. Along.
Okay,
What's that on? though?
so
What?
What like barrel length or gun is it on?
That's on an 11.5.
All right.
So here's my thing, and with my guns, all right. I have a 16-inch barreled gun with a DD Riz 2 FSB, and I have a 10.3-inch gun with a Knights M4 rail adapter. My Daniel Defense upper wears a the BCM CAG, and I really like that for that gun because I have the rail space, I have everything I need to kind of have that thumb overboard grip and use that kind of grip. My 10.3, I still run the old school CAC broom handle, but I use it more as a hand stop angled grip. And the only reason I really like using the CAC broom handle on it is because that M4 RAS gets hot quick, and the hotter that fucking RAS gets, the more I can move my hand to that broom handle.
Mhm.
So
On my 11.5, I have a Samson manufacturing stubby. Really, I like it. And then on my 10.5, I have a Magpul angled foregrip that I've just been holding on to because I have that Geisley rail.
yeah.
Derail.
Yeah,
Well,
I have a Geisley rail. I'm a Fed.
you really put in this group window of translucent mags, didn't you? Way to go, Fight
you
for
did.
just for the win.
What did he do?
We were talking about window to translucent mags. The enemy is going to know how many rounds you left. He put this in this group.
You're baiting?
No, it's a group for that kind of dumbass shit.
Where's
Anyways.
7.7?
Dude has
I'm
like
fucking jerking it.
30 minutes minimum.
Oh,
I'm chilling.
Oh, okay.
so yeah.
Oh, he's still alive. Anyways, what we were talking about grips on foreigns.
I might have to go back and try the BCM CAG again because
I really like the CAG. The thing is, when you get into this talk of like AR setups in general, it's not even just ARs. Each one of us is different, and each one of us is going to like different things.
Yeah, I feel like setups is probably 70% preference. Personal
It is
30% practicality.
Most of it is preference. Like me, if you look at my rifles, there's some things in both rifles that share the same thing. Like my 10.3 and my 16-inch gun both share. They use BCM pistol grips. They use B5 stocks. They use Norgon Ambi magazine catches. They both use CMMG lower parts kits. They both use arrow lowers. They both use Magpul mags. Then you change to the uppers, and you're looking at the uppers, right? And if I'm not using a Modtech backup sight, I'm using a Knight's Armaments backup sight. If I'm using an LPVO, it's got a 30 millimeter tube, and I'm using a LaRue mount with it. If not, I'm using EOTech. Past that, I'm using Modlite rifle lights. Past that, it's pretty much user's choice, right? Like the rail system, as long as it's full pick rail, I'm for it. I'm not a fan of M-Lock because I just don't like it.
It's very hot after 2 mags.
It does, and that's one of the reasons I'm like, okay, I don't like M-Lock. And it was something reinforced in me when I went to Arizona and I took my 16-inch gun with me. Like, after a couple of magazines, I was still able to hold that gun with bare hands. Like, I didn't have to put my gloves on to handle my fucking rifle, whereas I know with an M-Lock gun, I've been burning my fucking hands.
I tried camo form for a while, and when I was dry firing the other day, I just couldn't. I didn't like how it felt.
You need to get that goon tape, man.
I am
get the
not
goon tape.
taping my fucking handguard.
My point is the individual end user setup of our AR-15s, or really any of our guns. If we go outside the AR, even outside of that, the end user setup of our guns is a super personal thing. Like, we're going to get into these habits, we're going to get into these ruts where we're going to be like, okay, I like this, and it may or may not be the meta setup, but this is what works for me. And
I can run it.
Everybody gets into it's just as good. mindset, and we make fun of that, rightfully so, because a lot of times the just as good is not just as good.
Well,
But
it's
there's
the
a
Palmer
difference.
lower guys.
There's a difference between just as good and good enough. And that's kind of what we've lost track of. Going down this tangent, Enforce lights. I will
Master Race has one.
I will make you all laugh at me. Enforce lights are good enough in a certain circumstance. And I can prove picture after picture after picture after picture of high-end operator dudes, SEALs, Green Berets, Rangers, that run Enforce lights on their rifles because the rifle is not meant for white light use. The rifle is meant for use under night vision, and that white light is backup, and it is meant to be a lightweight, low intrusive option that's there just in case they need it. And in that use, the Enforce is a great option. In that use, that new Surefire fucking meme light is a great option. Outside of that, both of them suck.
As long as it's not an O-light.
Yeah, as long as you're not strapping an IED to your fucking gun.
I'm surprised. I think I may have been blocked from commenting or restricted because I know they deleted my comment, but I think it was Tactical Rifleman posed with all those O lights, and I said, "Dang, how much did you pay at the ATF for all those destructive devices?"
Nice.
They deleted my comment after it got a couple hundred likes.
So
I got shit from EOTech. I'll let you go in a second, but remember they did that blue line optic?
yes.
I said, "Damn, I wonder how many dogs are going to be downrange from this." Oh, dude, they started pinning so many comments to get mine to the bottom.
So I shit on Olight one time, meme wise, and when I did it, I was trying to do this make a point thing that I used to do. So I tagged every Olight page in it, and within 30 minutes of the meme going up, I got a notification because I do two-factor authentication on all my accounts. I got a notification that someone in China was trying to hack my Instagram account.
Nice.
I can speak on Olight a little bit. In my not so smart days, I bought one, and as soon as it showed up, I was like, "This kind of feels like crap." And then, like 2 weeks later, that guy in some guy started posting about them being absolute shit, and then it just went downhill from there. Like every other day, it'd be like, "Oh, light sucks," and then a couple years later, some dude like had one blow up in his mouth and kill him.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember who it was. If it was primary and secondary, or if it was Chambers Custom. One of them made the comment on social media, and it was there's two different types of Chinesium. There's good Chinesium, i.e. Holosun, because as much as we like to shit on it, Holosun is doing things to innovate and move the market in a different direction. And then there's bad Chinesium, i.e. Strike Industries and fucking Olight.
Yeah.
So just because it's made in China doesn't mean it's bad. It's more what is the quality? What fucking communist-owned factory is this made in?
Going back a couple minutes, Holosun is a good example of good enough because that's like 80%, 90% as good as a high-end sight, but for what, third of the cost?
And you're right, it is. It is good enough. And then on top of that, sometimes it's better. And I'll use the 509T as an example. The Aimpoint Acro, the first gen came out, and we're all like, "Oh my god, closed emitter fucking pistol red dot. This is going to be badass." And then the Acro comes out, and it's got what, a battery life on a usable lever that's a month long. And then you turn around, the 509 comes out, and it's like, "Oh hey, look, here's what the Acro should have been." And
Dude,
now
the Acro was worse than that in some cases. There were
and
a
now
couple dudes, like a pistol class, and it was in cold weather, and they died within like a day or two.
yeah, but now, so right, you've got the 509 that comes out at a better price point, with better performance, with better options. But now what happened? It pushed Aimpoint to innovate, and now Aimpoint has the Acro P2, which actually lives up to what they said it should do. And it's got that year-long battery life. It's got the bigger window.
Yeah,
The
and
window-
that's
The
Fucking
window's
weird
still not as
batteries.
big as a 509, but the 509 forced Aimpoint to move forward. And even if you don't like it, even the 507 is pushing Trigicon to move their RMR forward, which is why the SRO has a top loading battery instead of having a bottom loading, I have to take the optic off battery.
That is my least favorite feature about the RMR.
I think if, personally, my opinion, if Trigicon would take the RMR and switch it to a top load instead of a bottom load, I would never buy another Holostone ever again.
Wait, the SRO top loads? I didn't know that.
Yes, the SRO is a top load battery.
That's nice. It's funny because I've shot with one a little bit. I just never noticed.
Now, that being said, and this is quoting AJ Zito, the SRO has this one magical point where if you drop it, the lens will break.
Yeah,
And
that was.
The thing is, this, like I said, this is quoting AJ Zito. This is not my quote. Nobody knows what that point is, and it's different for every SRO. So there's one magical point on every SRO that will cause that lens to fucking break beyond usage, and nobody knows what that point is on each lens.
I'm butting in here real fast, but I'm just glad we're past 2017 or 2018 when people would be smashing their fucking RMRs and everything to rack a slide.
I mean, Sage Dynamics still does that.
I haven't seen it as much though.
I don't see it as much, but it's still a good data point.
Yeah, but doing it to the point where it's unnecessary is what I meant.
If we're going to talk optics reviews, especially YouTubers that do optics on pistols, if Sage Dynamics reviews an optic and says this is a no-go, I'm going to believe him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Drew Hopkins. This is where I get to roast Drew Hopkins on the podcast.
Let's go.
It's our weekly segment.
Me and him have had it out a couple of times. And one of the times was a video where he was like, "Oh, well, Aaron Cowan and Sage Dynamics, this was a paid shill video." And I just laughed, and I had no fucking response to this, because out of all of the fucking YouTubers that do optics and lights and guns and shit on YouTube, Aaron Cowan is more trustworthy than even fucking Grand Thumb.
Careful now, you're gonna piss off the airsoft community.
I'll piss off the airsoft community because Grantham is a fucking Leviathan group shill, and we'll leave it at that. If you want to know about the Leviathan group shills, look at this whole TNTE shit that just went down.
Dude, that was. Oh, you know what? That was the big beef this week.
That was the big beef this week.
I almost bought a XM 177 barrel from them, but not anymore.
Rip.
It's not cancel culture. Also, people were saying it's no, dude. That's just shitty business practice.
That is shitty business practices, but referring to my post about the cancel culture, when Armed Asian made the post about, oh, they used ballistic advantage and
Yeah, he was trying to drag BA into it, and I was like, that's weird, man.
I was
Why?
gonna say when he was trying to drag the barrel companies into it, that's where I went, okay, this is cancel culture. Because
Yeah.
those barrel companies are probably not supplying TNTE directly. That's
TNT
probably
is
coming
buying from them.
from a distributor.
Yeah.
So, and even like I went to BA's Facebook or BA's Instagram page and I was looking at it, and people were commenting and being nasty and shit. Like, why do you supply to this shitty company? And they're like, we don't. Like, we don't sell anything to these guys, which tells me this is coming through a distributor. But because of the way that Armed Asian went about it, he basically sicked this mob of people on BA when they didn't deserve it.
I remember when he and Blumpkin went at it. That was really funny. That's where the Armed Gasian page is now is from.
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah.
Forges will tell you, me and old Drew Hopkins have gotten into it a couple of times.
I think that's how I found his page was from him like shit talking you, and I was like, oh, you know what? This guy's on Drew Hopkins' shit list. Let's go.
Hopkins or Hopkins
Hopkins.
with a TH?
Yeah.
Oh,
Drew
so
Hopkins is still busy doing damage control for saying that he'll keep a what is it? He said he won't keep his firearms in a safe. He just will keep one without a round in the chamber.
No, that was the real Drew Hopkins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I know the T-Rex arms guy.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Me and the meme page have gotten into it a few times, and you know, when you got daddy's money and a lifted forerunner, everybody thinks that you're the shit.
Influencer starter pack.
usually a forerunner is a sign of the I almost served in the military.
Bro, the drill instructor, I would have just like socked him in the face, bro.
Yeah.
They would have just punched him in the face.
I'm trying to find my post about it because I had that picture of a kid looking down a gun barrel.
Oh god.
I've shit on T-Rex arms a lot. I mean, I still like them. I have their dump pouch.
I swear to God, we mention the fucking T-Rex dump pouch every time we record.
What the fuck? Yeah, we do. We brought it up last episode. Yeah, I said I ordered it. Yeah, I got here a few days later.
We do.
I mean,
It's a good piece of kit, though.
just
It
because
is.
we shit on a company doesn't mean we don't recommend their products.
So, like,
Nobody is above.
I shit on T-Rex arms, and all my buddies shit on T-Rex arms, but I'm still running their dump pouch because it's a good piece of kit, and I run the Med 1 pouch because it was in stock when the Blue Force gear wasn't, and never is.
I'm looking at the Roll 1 pouch right now.
You know what? There is one thing about T-Rex arms, and Lucas Botkin in specific that you can really say. As much shit as he gets, and people that just make fun of him constantly, he never gets butthurt about it.
No,
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
I think he's only really blocked like
He embraces
bad
it.
trolls, but yeah.
He does do pretty good damage control. You know, somebody's over there flaming him. He's just like, yeah, whatever.
The admin results video. He did like a break in his video. He's talking about why is a flashlight company angry at a dinosaur?
That's a good question.
I love admin results.
Dude, he's great.
So when I was in Arizona, I was shooting with Ronan. Admin results was over on the next bay.
No
And they
shit.
were- Yeah, they if you've ever watched the Forgotten Weapons video, the minigun, where they're shooting the minigun in the bay and shit. So the bay they were shooting Ian shot the minigun in. That was the bay that me, Ronan, and Gray Line were shooting in that day. And the next bay over was admin results. Back when he was still executive outcomes. And I remember Ronan and I were shooting, and they were doing the blood carbine shit that day with the full auto and all that, with the Glock, the full auto Glock. And we looked over and we're watching them shooting and all that shit, and fucking Ronan goes, "Yeah, the faggots ain't hitting shit."
Oh my god. Was he wearing the balaclava?
Yeah, he always wears that shit when they're recording.
I don't think he goes anywhere without that. I think like he just constantly.
Well, you remember I sent like 2 pictures of myself wearing that half mask I had. I found that in my car.
I think he. I genuinely think he wears that like everywhere, like in the bedroom and everything.
But yeah, we're sitting there listening to these guys shoot. And it was all this full auto fire with like not hitting anything. I just remember, yeah, the dumbasses ain't hitting shit over there.
Man, I wish I had like a cult following. There's only about 2,700, which is actually cool because I hit 2,000 followers back in May.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm sitting at like 2,100.
I'm gonna remain neutral on the subject.
Forges has got the most out of all of us. So
Well, yeah, but that's on Facebook.
between Facebook and his Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook doesn't count.
if we're just gonna talk Instagram, even I think he's beating us. But he's got to go check.
No, I have like 2,300 or something.
Harambe's been banned so many times. Who knows?
Yeah, I was gonna say Harambe doesn't count just because he's been banned so many times.
Oh, this is my longest run.
This is account 6, right?
Yeah, that. To be fair, that does include like my personal, because it got deleted as well.
So I'm at 2,150 right now, and I'm wondering where all my free shit is. Because I was told after I hit 2,000 there would be free shit.
I know. I was expecting a suppressor by now.
Heard it was 200.
I have a fucking forward observations hat, and I still don't have like free guns and stuff.
I don't even have a fog hat. I just listen to that song they played to the Ukraine video all the time.
Oh, I
What
thought you were gonna say the song by Foghat.
What song is it?
Codependency is the name of the song.
I'll give it a listen later. How long have we been recording so far?
Oh my gosh, we're on like 2.5 hours.
I have no clue.
Oh, dude.
We've blown our
I would say-
our goal.
7-7, where are you?
I asked where he was because he was supposed to do our intermission.
Well, yeah, he's our
He's
also
also our,
Raid Shadow Legends.
he's also our recording guy.
This is all just going into the fucking
Do you-
ether.
Do you think he's like gotten sick from eating too many hot dogs?
That or he passed out drunk.
Yeah.
Nice.
I say I have fallen asleep face down on a keyboard, blacked out.
My wife did that not too long ago while she was on her phone. Pass out drunk on her phone. She just shrugs. She says it be like that sometimes.
It do be like that sometimes.
It do be like that sometimes.
It do.
It do.
I'm gonna try and like get a timestamp, see when we started recording.
2 hours.
We've
Yeah.
got to be over too.
We're like right at 2, yeah.
No, it's been longer than that. How long were you guys doing this shit before I got on?
Well, we jumped in and we're bullshitting for like 30, 40 minutes before we started recording.
Oh, so like I only missed like 10 minutes.
No, you missed more than that. You missed like a good half hour. We were wondering where you were and asking questions for a while.
I had to go get my friend's 20-inch barrel that I forgot.
Like you missed the whole let's try to find Five Forges on Facebook
Oh
adventure.
no.
You're still recording, by the way, but he'll cut this out.
I'm not doxing him.
Yeah.
But yes, there was an adventure to find Five Forges on Facebook. By the way, if you want to find Five Forges on Facebook, it's the Facebook page. There's only like 5 Forges, bro.
Ah, my God, my fucking dog keeps licking me. He's up here sitting on my chest.
It's a little weird, but
Or well, he's sitting on my lap. I'm leaned back in an office chair right now.
I'm setting up my coffee pot. So
Forges, did you mail that thing to me yet?
No. Fun story. Fun story. The box got ATF all over it.
what the fuck are you sending each other?
Don't worry about it.
I'm setting up a box full of cat hair.
Oh, that's right up Five Forges' alley. I have to send him a daily cat picture or I get fucking killed.
Yeah.
Dude, I was at work the other day and he's like, cat pics now!
Cat check!
That's the one rule. Is you abide by the cat check.
I think Forges has seen more of my actual cat than I have of her butthole because
Sorry,
my cat
Forges,
just
but I'm busy making sure a machine is greased properly.
Well, that's just really selfish.
doesn't sound like selfishness.
that's very selfish. Why are you not sharing cat pics?
I sent him 2 videos of my cats grooming each other. He should be happy. So do we want
Why
to go
were-
into like lounge? So I don't know, man. This is
Oh, so he doesn't have like a 9-hour file.
yeah.
I was gonna say it's probably
If you
probably
boot
time
him,
to leave.
it'd stop or
Yeah, what the hell? He's like just chilling, but then gone.
He probably fell asleep.
Yeah, all right. We'll just go to lounge.
All right, we'll move it along. Hey guys, this has been the Clone Incorrect podcast. I'm glad you're here to listen, and we'll.
This is
see you
probably
next
gonna
time.
get cut.
I'm trying to do my best here. See y'all next time. Have a great night.